Hi everyone, so here's 10 tips that will help with passing your driving test. Number 1, make sure your car is ready. So make sure your L plates are on front and back, make sure your tyres are in good condition, that they're not damaged or worn, make sure all your discs are displayed. Also make sure that there's no warning lights on your dash, and just make sure that your lights are working. Now when I say lights, it's indicator and brake lights. Number 2, make sure you know your theory for the office. So this is the rules of the road questions and rules of the road signs. If anybody's looking for this, just send me your email and I'll forward them on straight away. When you go to the car then you're going to be asked for the bonnet checks. Make sure you know those. I have a video for that as well. And when you get into the car you're going to be asked the secondary controls. I also have a video for that, separate videos for those two. Knowing your theory, your bonnet checks and your secondary controls will without question boost your confidence before you go driving. Number 3, make sure you practice the 3 maneuvers: the reverse, the turnabout, and the hill start. You're guaranteed to be asked these in your test. Number 4, use your routine. So the RSA have a routine, it's MSMM, so it's mirrors, signal, mirrors, and then your maneuver last. So for any maneuver you're doing on the road, start with your mirrors, signal whichever way you intend to go, and check your mirrors again, and then perform the maneuver last. This gives a lot of structure during your driving test. Number 5, when you're booking your test, book a morning time. So 9:15, 10:05 or 11:05 are the best times. Traffic is a lot quieter, there's less people on the road, less hazards, and the traffic is a lot more free flowing. Number 6, on the morning of your test, be early. So for example, if you book a 10:05 test, make sure you're sitting in the waiting room at 9:50. If you're any bit late, you may not be taken out on your test. Number 7, don't forget your learner permit and make sure that it's in date. I've had a lot of people over the years that may have, forgotten to bring their permit or brought an out-of-date permit. So just double check. Number 8, practice turning right at yellow boxes at traffic lights and roundabouts. So these two types of junctions take the longest to develop the skills for. So put a lot of time into the two of these so that you become more experienced and so that you're test ready. Number 9, if you make a mistake, refocus. So what I've seen a lot over the years is when somebody makes a mistake on a driving test, it can often lead to 3 or 4 more because they're still thinking about the mistake they just made. There's no fixing it, it's done, forget about it, move on to the next thing to avoid getting another fault. Number 10, practice, practice, practice. So driving is a very practical thing. It's a life skill that takes time to develop the skills. It takes time to build up the level of experience you need to be a test standard. And what I would advise on the lead up to your driving test, I'd get a few driving lessons from your driving instructor, and I would do a few mock tests just to highlight the areas you need to work on.
So I hope that helped. Don't be afraid to reach out if you have any other queries or questions. And don't forget to watch my other videos to get a bit more information on those topics.